Hello people and welcome back to Trash Talk. I am Kevin Smith and I'm here with Sean Reidy.
Yep, as we all know, I was number one for a bi-weekly Just Bizarre Adventure discussion. We are actually recording it in a bi-weekly format this week because of some reason I don't even know. So we're going to start with last week's Cats Love Yoshikage Kira, which I've talked before about how there are like traces of a redemption arc for Kira, and that's where most of those were.
Yeah,
and they sort of
see it.
Yeah, and they drop it, of course, because I kind of realized, hey, kind of can't do that. It's a bad idea. They say it at the end how many women he's killed. I think it's like 51.
Yeah, you can't really redeem that.
No, yeah.
In any like cohesive way.
Yeah. He goes ahead and tries anyway, but that's not going to be adapted. Yeah, that episode it's a good one. It basically focuses entirely on Kira as well, which is unprecedented for the series up to this point, just having none of the main characters in it at all. Yeah. Like, they're mentioned, like, oh, if I start blowing stuff up, the Jotaros, they'll find me. I have always loved that about Part 4, the entire time. All the villains, they don't care about the actual protagonist. They're like, oh, I gotta get rid of Jotaro. Jotaro's a problem.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, can you blame him?
No. I mean,
because you can stop time. It's
do they know that? Do they know that?
Okay, yeah.
They just think he's a real strong guy. He's real strong and doesn't afraid of anything. Yeah. Yeah. Stray Cat. No name change. Good. That could have gone bad. I think it did get changed in Eyes of Heaven. No, it got changed in All-Star Battle, and they didn't change it in Eyes of Heaven, and it was Feral Cat, which is yeah, whatever. Just Stray Cat. Yeah, sure, it's good. Fucking told him. But it's a weird episode because it just shows how Araki doesn't plan things really.
No, that was kind of the case in around that time.
Yeah.
For manga, it's been stated several times that Toriyama, the Dragon Ball guy, was basically just doing it week to week.
You don't have to tell me that Toriyama's the Dragon Ball guy, Kevin. I know that much. Come on, give me some credit. Well, I don't know if it's credit, but give me some of whatever that is. Yeah, because essentially all that Araki planned was just, okay, when he started Judge, he was like, okay, yeah, he planned, we're going to kill Jonathan, definitely. We're going to have another part that doesn't have Dio in it, and then we're going to have Dio come back. That was all he had planned. Everything else was made up as he went along.
Yeah, you can kind of see that a lot of the time.
Yeah. I think this redemptive Kira arc is the start of the Araki forgot era, where he does just have plot. He just starts a plot thread and just like, okay, yep, that's it. Never come back to it. If you expect the finale to have something to do with Josuke's mysterious pompadour man who saved him, nope.
Oh.
Never brought up again. Ever. Never. So to the point where you basically just have to accept it was some random guy with a pompadour who happened to wear all of the exact same things that Josuke wears.
Yeah, because I was like, because I was kind of expecting him to come back.
No, no, that's it. That's done.
Like
There are few people.
my prediction was going
There
to
are
be
people
that
speculating.
my prediction was going to be that it was Kira.
Yeah, no, it's no one.
Yeah.
There are a few people speculating that the big twist of Part 8 will be that somehow. But sure, I don't see it. Go ahead, think that. Yeah, while we were off, there was a Part 8 chapter. It was real good. It had quality, a real quality out of context JoJo moment with
I know I probably bring this up all the time, but how many chapters are there in Part 8?
that was the 60th.
And these are double chapters, so it's about 120.
Yeah. So it's we still don't have a concrete main villain. We might have seen him there, maybe. He might be a character who's been around for like 20 chapters. We don't really know. So that's fun. Maybe that'll be wrapped up within the next 5 years.
Probably not, though.
Also, he's on break this month, so that is probably to write one of the spin-off, one-off things, but still, though. Yeah, but yeah, apparently he takes every November off, so sure, give him a break. More time for him to forget things.
Yeah, most manga creators take like 1 week off a month. Like that's about what it is for One Piece.
Yeah. And yeah, what else is there about Cat's Love You're Striking here? Some more of that Hayato stuff. That's becoming more and more blatant.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna come to a head soon. And yeah,
Hayato's
moving on.
The kid, yeah.
Yeah, Hayato's the kid with the really well-toned legs for some reason. It's kind of terrifying. Like they shouldn't be like that. It looks weird.
I hadn't noticed.
Look at any screen cap, and he just has the most muscly legs. It's terrifying. It's like he stepped out of Stardust Crusaders.
Any screen cap from the manga or from the...
From the anime. I don't think it was that bad in the manga. But, and of course, the stand itself is one of those real Araki was fucking like, okay, yeah, let's hit up a random Wikipedia article, even though Wikipedia didn't exist. He just opened up his encyclopedia on a random page. It was like, okay, plants, air, sure. Got it. This is the first example of a posthumous stand. I'm not going to say if that happens again.
It's the first what?
It's the first stand you've seen so far that activates when the user dies. Which is... that does come up again at some point. I'm not going to say when. But it's a weird concept. It's probably best used here of the times it's been used because, like, it wasn't a purposeful attack. It was like the cat died and happened to have just had it stand. You know? But it's and the cat's a piece of shit. That's fucking...
Yeah, it was... Yeah, I thought the cat was gonna have like a major, not a major, but like a more like a prominent part in the story.
They made him real adorable though. I'm not a fan of the color change from the manga because he's the petals are pink in the manga, and I guess they were trying to differentiate him from Killer Queen, but still. And the scene that sticks out in my mind is the toenail scene, which was really censored because you kind of have to, because you Can't do that on Japanese television. It's bad in the manga. I'm not going to say it's the most necessary censoring since episode 1, where when Danny dies in the incinerator?
I cry for Tim.
Well, yeah. No, in the manga there's a scene where he jumps out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Burning. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's not fun. But, yeah, so, neither of us did a rewatch of this episode, so we're kind of scrambling here.
Yeah.
Because it's been a week. Yeah, it was a fine episode.
I don't remember a whole lot from the episode, because I don't think because, like, it was sort of... I thought the cat sort of powers were kind of cool.
Yeah. They made him real adorable. I didn't remember him being that adorable in the manga. But I guess moving around will help that. What else? There was that scene where there were a lot of people complaining about how Kira was totally ripped. Which I said, oh, it was Kasaku's body, but no, it's still Kira's body with Kasaku's face. So
yeah.
Maybe he just went to the gym like he said he would. Touching all of those dirty things that he doesn't want to, because he needs to look the part. Yeah, Killer Queen has basically also changed design right to the exact manga one, which is good because that design is way better than the weird anime one they had. Like it's way softer now, and I like that. It's good. And is that about it?
For that episode, yeah.
I think so. Instead of a break, I've got a story time. Woo. So last night, a friend of the other show, Josh Roberts.
Are we calling?
I shouldn't have said his full name. Friend of the other show, Josh.
Are we calling him a friend of the show?
Yeah, sure. Friend of the show, Josh. Talks to me last night. He says, Sean, I've got a friend who's into those Joey Joes. And okay, yeah, whatever. It's like, has he read the manga? And he goes, yeah. And he gets him to send a picture of his collection of the manga. And it was all the JoJoniums and the bloody paperback Stardust Crusaders release. And I'm like, whoa, who the fuck bought those? If he's bought those, he must have read ahead. He hadn't. He hasn't even touched part 4. How? How do you buy 15 volumes of Stardust Crusaders and not touch part 4? How? I don't get it. And
I saw a couple of Stardust Crusaders, like volumes in Vivens in a second-hand bookshop. About a month ago. Yeah, the part 3 JoJoniums come out this week. The first one. Do they?
Yeah, it's got a retranslation and everything because it's just a better translation.
Are you?
Well, I've got to finish the part 2 ones. I've got one left of those to get, and I guess I haven't gotten any of the part 1 ones. But I am basically just getting them for the covers. I don't really like the part 1 covers. So, and of the 2 they have for part 3 so far, I like the second one a lot. It's Old Joseph, and it's good. It's a good picture. It's in the new style. But they all are. And yeah, it's nice. But they're kind of coming out at a snail's pace. So I'm wondering, will they wait till they do those part 3 re-releases before they start releasing the official English part 4?
Yeah, I think what they call Waterstones had a sale on them recently.
Because at the pace we're going, the first volume of part 3 is out next week, then volume 2 is out in February. And these are all already out in Japan, so you can check how many there are. So I'm going to just do that and see. But yeah, and he goes, oh yeah, but I played All-Star Battle and I've looked through the wiki, so I know about stands and stuff. And, no, but don't look through the wiki. That's, don't do that. That's bad. Wiki's bad. It's a bad idea. You know? You don't know about Part 5 things. Wiki doesn't fucking explain that. The comic doesn't fucking explain it. I can't wait until the anime gets to, like, the end of Part 5, because no one's going to have a fucking clue what's going on. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. But, yeah, it'll be a strange time, a lot of Part 5, because you have all the people who were like, oh, yeah, I miss Haman, the new art style is gay. They're going straight out. First episode of Part 5. JoJo Part 5 is the gayest thing I've ever read.
And that's something coming from you.
Yeah. So, Volume 8 was the start of Part 3, and that went up to Volume 17, so 9 volumes releasing 3 months apart. We're going to be waiting fucking years for Part 4. Great. That's a shame. Real shame. Because, like, I probably should read the manga for 1 to 3, because 1 and 2 cut a lot. 3 definitely definitely doesn't cut anything.
Yeah.
The fuckers.
No, I would imagine they cut a lot to fit it all into like.
There's some random scene about mayonnaise in Part 2 that they just cut. I don't know.
I'd be willing to read the whole thing again just to see that.
Yeah. I don't know if I can go through Part 3 though. Because, like, I get it, the art's nice and all, but I've read other stuff, and that's better. I'm really looking forward to rereading Part 5 once it's actually properly translated and not with shitty Chinese to English stuff. I would maybe say it's worse than the Part 4 ones, because the Part 4 ones, you know, like, they're nonsense, but you're still getting the character out of them, you know? Like, What a Beautiful Duang. There is no other place as pretty as this town. It is like a picnic. That's not too far from how Kira was at that stage, you know? Like, it's just a weird version of the same characterization. Whereas, like, in Part 5, it's like there's no character in any of the dialogue. It's... and I think the first, like, 40, 50, 60 chapters are translated, and I want to say only, like, 20 of them are colored. But eventually that'll be done. Maybe. Who knows? Actually, though, I think there is a full colored good translations out there, but I think someone stole that from the translator team, and they're really annoyed about it, so you can't find it anywhere. So that's a shame. And yeah, it's Part 5's good. I'm looking forward to seeing it in a way that isn't complete ramshackle dog shit. Whether that's in a colorized manga or in the anime, whichever comes first. Who knows? So now, on to the second order of business. July? Was it July or June? One of those months, the 19th, Part 1. Now, this is a weird one, because I think this is the furthest David Productions have gone from the manga ever. so far, because they're just having. They decided to just put all the build up for the next two fights in this episode, which is kind of weird, and I'm not sure how it's going to work. It seems to be working fine, but it also means there's not a lot to talk about this, because most of that was just suspense. It was about a half JoJo episode and suspense for the next two JoJo episodes. Yeah, what that half of JoJo episode that was there was good. That's one of my favorite fights.
I thought we're talking about the pylon one, yeah.
Yeah, Superfly.
I thought this was really weird.
Yeah. Oh no, they cut one of my favorite lines, which is, "I keep a Swiss Army knife under my calluses." It's great. This might be one of those fights that gets so much cut for time that you should probably go back and read it. And we've been getting a few of those recently. Like, everyone who's watching the anime, I recommend that you go back and read I Am an Alien, because some of the best lines in that got cut. This might end up like that. Who knows? But I'd also recommend going and reading the colored version of the Yukiko Cinderella arcs, because the art on that arc is amazing, and I don't think the anime really did it justice. Like, that was still a fine episode, but and yeah, I like this fight a lot. It hasn't gotten to the part that I like the most yet, but it's still good. It's I don't like the user's design. Well, the user, I guess he's not really. He's just a weirdo who's trapped in a telephone pole, in a transmission tower. Yeah, it's not a good. It's like, you're going to see a lot of designs like that over the next, I'd say, up to the start of Part 7. A lot of weird, over-designed ones like this. They're like the Darbies as well, where they just have things on their face for some reason that aren't really explained and don't really make sense. And yeah, I'm wondering how this will be pulled off, because there is an arc in between one of these fights and the other one, so they might just squeeze that in there as well. So this could be like 4 episodes potentially. And also, there's the fact that after these 3 fights, that's it, final fight.
Really?
Yeah.
We still have... Wait, yeah, we still have like...
8 episodes.
Is it 38? I thought it was 48.
39. This was 31, so there's 8 episodes left.
What are we gonna do, Reidy?
Yeah, we'll do the OVA.
Then we get into the off season, and that's when I get to make you start doing other anime stuff.
Oh no, just do Love Live. I'm more open to Love Live than most animes at this point.
Okay, fine, Love Live.
Sure. And then we'll do Idolmaster. And then the logical progression from Idolmaster is Berserk.
I'm actually reading Berserk at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, not at this very moment.
Are you at the point where Miura has decided, oh no, fuck it, I don't want to do this, I just want to play Idolmaster?
No, I haven't even finished. I'm starting from the very start, even though
So,
I've
like,
seen both anime.
You know about all the boat stuff, right?
I know that he's on a boat for like 2 years. And
So
like years in real world time.
No,
But
it wasn't
actually happened
It
on the
wasn't
boat.
2 years in real time.
It was like 10 years.
It was like 10 years, and nothing would happen in any of the chapters. He would just put one chapter out a year, and it'd be like, oh, yep, we're still on this boat. someone's sick on the boat. Oh no. We had to throw them off the boat. Like, there's this person on a podcast I listen to, and he defines his life by Guts is on the pre-boat, boat, and now we're in the Uncharted. We're in post-boat world, except he's on an island right now. So
I know there's like dragons and stuff going on now.
Yeah, and it's also on hiatus.
No, well, it's not on hiatus. It's kind of just like it goes out whenever he feels.
So it's on hiatus. No, he did say no, it's a hiatus, none for the rest of the year.
Oh.
I gotta play Idolmaster, guys. I know all this because one of the JoJo shitpost accounts I follow on Twitter also happens to just make Berserk shitposts for seemingly no reason a lot. Probably because I hear it's quite alright, but it doesn't seem to my taste. So oh well. Yeah. So
other anime news.
Oh no! Can we finish up the JoJo? You've also you got. Yeah, this is just, it is weird because I've been wondering, hey, how are they going to fill up the rest of this show? Because if this takes 3 episodes, which it might, then I could see this taking 4. But even then, if this takes another 3 episodes, that's 5 for the final battle. And the final battle is about the same length as the Part 3 one. And the Part 3 one was 3.5 episodes. So, yeah, we're going back to Stardust pacing, guys. Woo.
Fantastic.
And if you do want to go into other anime news, could we just take a short break before that? Because, yeah, good.
And we're back from the break.
Yeah. But actually, before we get into that, Toonami's, both episodes of Toonami happened while we were off, I think. Yeah, we were here for the first one, but the second one played, and Twitter was full of, oh, they did the meme, guys, they used the meme.
Which meme?
Wow, this crazy roundabout doesn't happen until the second episode.
Oh.
And also they uploaded apparently Toonami cuts down all their intros. And the version of Sonachino, it's really bad. It's a really bad cut.
I'll have to look this up.
Yeah. You can find it's on. There's some Toonami intros channel on YouTube, and they had it. It's a bad cut. But where were we?
So anime news.
Yeah, that.
So it's all film news. I'm not a huge anime film fan. I've seen some, but not a whole lot. So One Piece has like 15 films. I think like 18. The new one is like the 18th one or something.
Yeah.
And it's getting a limited release in the UK and possibly Ireland. And it's in Dublin.
Yeah. I'll go see it for you.
Yeah, and it's on like in the middle of the week, so I can't just go up and see it.
Yeah.
And it's supposed,
yeah.
And it's supposed to be a good one.
Oh, what a tragedy. They've tried making JoJo movies. Didn't go well.
Phantom Blood.
They cut Speedwagon.
How do you cut Speedwagon?
Terribly. I think you can find the first 15 minutes of that without audio on YouTube. Sure. I mean, why not? That's it. You can't find it anywhere else. It's a real tragedy.
And then Funimation is submitting, is preparing a film for Oscar screenings.
Shin Godzilla. I can't wait for the Blu-ray of that. I'm looking forward to it. I hear it's quite good.
I didn't actually see the one that came out recently.
You mean the American one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, by American Godzilla movie standards, pretty great.
So the film they're preparing is Your Name, which is basically, I think it's like the first non-Ghibli film to make like $1 billion or whatever, or something like that.
Of course, this is all a fool's errand because Disney have released 2 films this year, and Pixar have also released a film. So, yeah, no, that's not happening. No chance.
I can dream.
The only time anime has a fucking shot at winning is if Disney and Pixar somehow both manage to not release an animated film for the entire year, and also DreamWorks only produce shit. If they manage to miss, if they manage to get a year without Disney, Pixar, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon, they're clear. They've got it. Good job, guys.
Spirited Away one year.
Yeah, I mean, how many years ago is that?
Lots.
Hasn't it only existed as a category since like 2002?
I think so, yeah.
I also, what was that up against, you know?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And that was still distributed by Disney.
Yeah.
2001.
And what was
I wonder what it was up against. 2001 Best Animated Feature.
What's it called? Apparently it came out in Ireland. It was in the cinemas here. Spirited Away.
Yeah, no shit. It was fucking Spirited Away. Shrek won the year before. Shrek was the first ever winner of the. Yep.
And that seems like a good note to end on.
It was up against Ice Age, Lilo and Stitch, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and Treasure Planet.
Oh.
The only one there that gives it a fucking shot is Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. The rest of them are kind of.
And this is in. What other non-Disney films have won? Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which absolutely deserved it.
Yeah, that was a good film.
That did beat Howl's Moving Castle, though. So.
I haven't seen that one.
Also, there was no Disney film that year.
What year was that?
05. Happy Feet won over Monster House, which is fucking. Monster House was written by Dan Harmon, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Monster House terrified me. I think that was just because, oh no, it's a house, it's a monster, oh no.
I remember playing the DS game.
I should probably go back and watch that film. Rango won over because there were no Disney films.
They're showing it in cinemas this week. Monster House.
Sure, I'll go. Fuck it, why not? If Dan Harmon gets that money, then cool. Rango won, but there was no Disney film that year. Although I would actually give it to Kung Fu Panda 2 over Rango.
I wasn't a huge Rango fan, and I kind of forgot most of Kung Fu Panda 2.
And since then, all Disney, all Pixar.
Fantastic.
So in the 15 years this has existed as a category it has been won by a company that wasn't Disney or Pixar a grand total of 5 times.
I'm keeping my options open.
People
keep open,
because you don't have to watch every film to vote in the Oscars. Like they want you to, but most people don't. And so when you get to Best Animated Feature, people are like, "Oh, these aren't real movies." And what did my kids like the most? And so they say the Disney film and the Pixar film.
Basically, from what I've gathered, Your Name is just anime Freaky Friday.
Sure. Fuck it. No, that's not going to win against Finding Dory.
I did, yeah.
Like, that up against Finding Dory and Zootopia. No fucking chance.
Oh, yeah, Zootopia is winning.
Unless Moana is fucking amazing.
No, there's already been, like, too much of a controversy around it for it to win.
Well, there's got to be something controversial here. Shrek was controversial. They say hell in that, I think. Probably. That girl, she's violent. She kicks people. We were made watch Shrek in music the other day. Shrek beat out Monsters, Inc. What the fuck? Shrek beat both Monsters, Inc. and Jimmy Neutron. Why the fuck was Jimmy Neutron nominated? But also, yeah, why? Like, I have a great deal of fondness for that film. Not Oscar-winning fondness. Whereas Shrek beating Monsters, Inc. Come on, guys. Just that's a real case if my kids liked it more.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy.
So, goodbye, people.
At least The Incredibles beat Shrek.
Yeah.
No, Incredibles versus Shrek 2. That's a more fair fight.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, The Incredibles won, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both beat out Shark Tale. Shark Tale! Academy Award nominee Shark Tale!
Shark. I forgot that was a thing.
Actually, the best year for this was definitely 2009, because 2009 had Up, Coraline, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Princess and the Frog, and Secret of Kells.
Oh.
That's a fucking year.
Oh. What year was that? 2009?
2009.
Oh. I don't remember all those movies. Except
Yeah.
I haven't seen Princess and the Frog.
It's fucking gorgeous. It's a beautiful film. And it's a film that makes me really sad, because we're never going to get anything like that from the West ever again, and that's not really Japan's style. So,
Have the people who did the Secret of Kells done it?
yeah, they did Song of the Sea last year.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see it, did you?
No. Best Animated Feature is fucking rigged. See you next week.
Goodbye.